This is Sarah, the Catholic Homemaker. Today I want to share with you my favorite Catholic children's Bibles that I have in our collection. And first, before we get started, I would like to welcome everyone to my channel. Welcome to all those who are new, and please consider subscribing to my channel so we can continue to grow this community. Also, please give my video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the notification bell for all notifications so you know when I post, which is every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Also, consider sharing and commenting below about your favorite Catholic children's Bibles that I may not have mentioned, or even from my list, any ones that are your favorite. So, there are 5 that I have in our collection. This one right here, Bible Stories for Little Ones, is the first one that I got in our collection when my oldest was getting baptized. This was a baptism present for her, and it is a Catholic book. It is from Pauline Kids. The website on the back says jclubcatholic.org, and I have to say this is actually the simplest Bible that we own, but it is easy enough for even a baby to understand. And if the story, for a newborn, you'd want to just kind of point out the pictures to them and the characters, but then eventually you can get to the little story, and it's a paragraph or 2 long, so it's pretty simple. But I'm not going to show you every story in here. It doesn't cover that many stories from the Bible. I think there are more. Let's see if there are more New Testament. Yes, there are more New Testament stories than Old Testament in here. And that was a really great Bible for my oldest for a while, but in the past year or so, she really grew out of that Bible. So I was looking for some other Bibles, and one of the ones that was recommended was this one, the New Catholic Picture Bible. And I'm trying to see who published it. Catholic Book Publishing Corporation, New York. I actually have by the same company. It's Picture Book of Saints, and it has illustrations. You can tell they're from like the 1950s or so. Oh, it's by Reverend Lawrence G. Lovisick, SVD, Divine Word Missionary. So in here, it has a lot more Bible stories than the other one I just showed you. Oh, and it even goes on to here. So it's way more comprehensive. Pretty much every story is a page long. Some of them are longer than a page. I guess you can include 2 pages with the illustrations. But like this one, this is just 1 page, and then the illustrations on the other page. So most of them are like that. But I will say, when I introduced this to her last year, this was a little too advanced for her with some of the language. So some of the stories she was interested in, but others she was not. She's fine with it now, being 4, but I guess for a younger child, that wasn't like the greatest transition between something so simple to something more advanced here. This is also one of the supplementary books for the Mother of Divine Grace preschool curriculum, and I think some of the Bibles in the preschool curriculums that I have, it's not just for preschool. I think it may continue on with older grades, which is really nice, and same with the Mobilies curriculum. I think it continues on with past preschool. So this one, I don't think I spent very much money on it, but I think I may have gotten it on eBay or Amazon. I cannot remember. It was so long ago. Okay, the next one, this is a much better transition. So I would say if you're looking for a book past this one, this is probably a better transition. Well, it definitely is a better transition, but I'm not sure if there is something in between the first one and this one, or that's it. All these stories, it's just 1 page long. It's like a paragraph or 2. So this one's Adam and Eve. They're very simple. This is also part of the Mother of Divine Grace curriculum. This is not supplementary, it's actually part of the curriculum. And in the syllabus, we've been reading about 4 Bible stories a week, and then the next day, it goes kind of like Monday you read 4 of these Bible stories, Tuesday you ask questions about the stories, and they give you a list of questions in the curriculum to ask in case you can't think of what they are, which is really nice. But as you can see, this book is not very big, so pretty soon, I think by week 10, we're actually gonna be out of Bible stories from here, but then there's another plan as part of the curriculum for religion. So, but what I've been doing for my daughters is I've been reading from the Bible every single day apart from the curriculum. So, one of the things I like about this little one is that my 2-year-old even likes it. So it's even appropriate for somebody as young as 2, maybe even younger than that, depending on their reading level or their interest. And you can even break it down for them. If it's too advanced for, say, a 1-year-old, you could kind of like point out to the picture and just kind of use your own words. But my 2-year-old is always asking. She likes it. I think she likes it because it's she can easily grab it. It's not too heavy. And she's like, "Can you read the Bible to me?" And so she likes listening to the Bible stories when we do my 4-year-old's preschool. And she's very interested in it as well. All right, so we have 2 left. This one is My Big Book of Catholic Bible Stories. And let's see, it is a division of Thomas Nelson Publishers, so thomasnelson.com. And a lot of these are also 1 page long, but it's longer text in all of them. This one I would say is more advanced in some ways than the New Catholic Picture Bible here, because supplementary material in it says going deeper, it says read it, and it gives you a recommended paragraph from the Catechism of the Catholic Church to read in relation to this reading from the Bible. And it also sometimes says, oh, read this other part of the Bible. It gives you verses to read. And I haven't done that so far, but a lot of the times I will read from the Catechism. But I found that my 4-year-old kind of dazes off, and it totally makes sense. It's way too advanced for her at 4 years old. So sometimes lately I've been skipping that part because I'm like, it's not even making sense to her, and we're just kind of wasting our time. But she is interested in the story itself, just learning about the different stories of the Bible, and this one is obviously bigger than even the other ones. It covers a lot more stories from the Bible. I don't think it does not cover the entire Bible, but it covers a number of stories from the Bible. Here's a list if you are interested. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so the last one, this one, I don't know if I mentioned it. It is from the Mater Mobilies curriculum. There's only one Bible part of the preschool curriculum, and if you don't know, if you haven't watched my other videos on homeschooling, Mater Mobilies is the Catholic version of Charlotte Mason. And I really love both Charlotte Mason, or Mater Mobilies, and Mother of Divine Grace, so I do a combination of both. This is the Children's Bible, and it is by Golden Press. This is a supplementary book from Mother of Divine Grace, and you can see this one is very old. I think it was written in the 1950s, maybe 60s at most, but here it has a ton of Bible stories. This one probably has the most. So this is the one that I have been reading to my daughters every night before bedtime. I just read one Bible story, and it's really nice because some of them are longer stories and they have beautiful illustrations. Usually they're about 1 to 2 pages, but sometimes they can be longer than that. Like, we have already gotten through the plagues of Egypt, so obviously the plagues of Egypt was quite long, and I kind of had to split that up because I'm like, this is too long, and we read other stories before bed too. So Jacob and Rachel, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, Jacob and Rachel is a longer story, but most of them are about 2 to 4 pages at the most. But again, there's beautiful illustrations in here, and it's more detailed in the stories of the Bible, and my daughter does like to ask questions. She asks questions about a lot of stories, but she gets very engaged in it, and I think this is a very good children's Bible. I'm not sure if there's anything in transition between this one or this one before like the full Bible, unabridged like these are. So one of the concepts I've heard in Mobilies or Charlotte Mason is that you don't water down or dumb down the Bible for your children. You read straight from the Bible for them, which I agree with the concept with that, but I'm like, I don't know if you could truly apply that to younger children because they have much shorter attention spans, and just the language might be too far above their heads to truly understand. But the whole concept behind Charlotte Mason, like not watering it down, is that you're not letting your children miss out on anything. And I don't know, maybe you just kind of bring it down to their level. I don't know how you would do that with a 4-year-old or even a 5-year-old. I'm not sure how it goes in Catholic schools or in Catholic homeschooling, like, with Mother of Divine Grace, say, or another curriculum, if you would introduce the full Bible within a few years. I don't know, but I just know even as an adult, some of the language is hard for me to understand because it's older vocabulary that is not used or whatever it is. But especially when you go into naming of all, like, the patriarchs or their children, and books like Leviticus, which can tend to be very boring. So I would love to hear what you guys think about that in the comments, like just not watering down the Bible for your kids. If you can actually do that with younger children, I would love to hear about that. But anyway, I hope you found this video to be helpful. I'd love to hear from you again in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful week. May God bless you and your family.